guys, welcome back to Nicsphere Media. Not so long ago, we relived Pochettino's legacy at Spurs and how he nearly took them to the very top, but fell just a little bit short. The link to that video will be in the description below. This time around, we're going to be looking at Bartomeu's legacy as president of Barcelona. The reign of Bartomeu as president of Barcelona is why being a sports fan in 2020 is so damn hard. This man has had enough success to be considered a club legend. Nobody would deny that, but he has also done enough bad things to be shunned out of Catalonia for the rest of his life.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
On October 27th, 2020, the man overseeing the decline of the world's biggest football club finally admitted defeat and resigned from his role. The fans' pitchforks have been out for the club's board of directors and their leader, Bartomeu, for what felt like an eternity. Their argument was, Bartomeu and his comrades have turned a club that so many people envied for doing things in the right way into a soulless franchise without its more than a club identity. Culés may have expected too much from executives who were led by an entrepreneur who made his fortune in aircraft engineering and transport, a far cry from the beautiful game. Having served 4 years as vice president, Bartomeu assumed presidency in 2014, taking over from Sandro Rosell, who was going through a money laundering trial. Rosell left the club in PR, financial and sporting crisis. His successor came with the objective to make Barcelona the leading sporting institution who turned over more than €1 billion per year. However, to do this, he had to make the squad competitive again. 2013-14 was very disappointing and marked the bad end to the Guardiola era, the most successful period in the club's history. Getting back to the top was never going to be easy, especially with a transfer ban looming. Before Bartomeu took over, FIFA gave Barcelona a transfer ban for illegally signing youth players. Like most things concerning FIFA though, there was one major loophole. If the ban was appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, the judge would have to suspend the transfer ban until the court gave their verdict. This meant Bartomeu had a summer of 2014 to make his impact in the transfer market before the club was banned for 14 months, a total of 3 transfer windows. That summer the club spent £150 million on new signings and brought in former captain Luis Enrique to replace Tata Martino as head coach.
Hoy para mí es un día muy ilusionante, es un día muy especial, es un día en el que creo que empezamos a construir un nuevo Barça, un Barça que pueda ilusionar, un nuevo Barça que conozco y que sé que están también en el primer equipo. A esto sí que les vamos a exigir.
On the pitch, the revamped Barcelona side was playing energetic and courageous football. Enrique's system was different to the stereotypical possession-based Barcelona 4-3-3. This version of the formation focused on compacting the pitch and playing in transitions. The reason behind the philosophy change was to limit the defensive work that the front three of Neymar, Messi and Suarez done. They only had 2 jobs, score order goals and press. Bartomeu hit the jackpot in his first season. The team were perfect. They won every competition available to them in 2015, which was also an election year. With success like that, re-election was a formality. He went on to win the 3rd most votes in the club's history. Commercial success followed another brilliant season for Barcelona. The marketability, friendship and performance of the club stars have put Barcelona back on top of all the lists that mattered to both the fans and the men in suits. However, like all good things in life, everything must come to an end. Fierce rivals Real Madrid decided to do something about Barcelona's dominance. Through some questionable refereeing and a lot of good football, Real Madrid took Barcelona down. After only one poor season, winning just the Copa del Rey, Luis Enrique resigned due to the demand and pressure of the club. The fans, the media and the men above him made it really hard for him to stay. A manager who won 9 trophies in 3 years quit. The word got around that the demand of the job was not worth leaving a great situation for, and top coaches linked to the position pulled themselves out of the running very quickly. After all, if you win, the players on the board get credit for assembling such a talented squad. You should be doing this, you're managing Barcelona, they would say. If you lose, you'll get all the blame though. Why are you not winning? You are managing Barcelona. Look at these players. The fact of the matter was, the squad was getting older, and the burden on the front three to carry the rest of the team was growing. That's if there was going to be a front three. The youngest member of MSN, Neymar, was getting his head turned by a lucrative offer from Paris Saint-Germain, worth more than £500,000 per week. He had a chance to also lead his own team and follow the footsteps of so many Brazilian footballing icons. Athletic Bilbao manager Ernesto Valverde was brought in to tackle the mess that was building up at the new camp. After a turbulent summer, concluded with Neymar literally fighting his way out of the club to head to Paris for a world record €202 million. Half of that money was then spent on Borussia Dortmund star Ousmane Dembele, and the other half was spent on disgruntled Liverpool playmaker Philippe Coutinho. The strategy Barcelona took to complete both signings left a bitter taste in the mouths of many executives, coaches and players in the game, denting Barcelona's pristine image once again. The Neymar-less Barca melted down in Rome and allowed the Italians to turn around a 3-goal deficit and reach the Champions League semi-final. This one game had almost ruined a perfect debut season for Valverde, who completely changed the team. Barca were now a rigid 4-4-2 team, could rely on their two forwards, Messi and Suarez, for any offensive production. Valverde had doubled down on Enrique's ideology. The team were winning games, but it wasn't pretty to watch, but it sure was effective. The following season, Barcelona began with a Super Cup win before going on a 23-match unbeaten streak to secure a second league title under Valverde. But the team was still playing very uninspiring football, so when they were eliminated from the Champions League after an all-time upset by Liverpool, which was then followed by a Spanish Cup final defeat to Valencia, calls for Valverde's dismissal got even louder. At most clubs, winning titles is enough, but at Barcelona you must do elegance and flair. Attractive football is ingrained into the club's identity. The president knew this and he had to change something. The solution he came up with was to spend even more money and try to emulate Real Madrid's Galactico formula by signing the hottest names in Europe. Barcelona welcomed Antoine Griezmann from Atletico Madrid and Frenkie de Jong from Ajax for a combined €200 million. The directors of football ignored the rebuild that was on the horizon. The spine of the team was growing old together and were no longer performing to their contracts. Keeping Gerard Piqué, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets and Luis Suarez was blocking the first team pathway for Marco Corella, Arthur and Ansu Fati, players who were going to be the future of the club. The clash of footballing philosophies began tearing the boardroom apart. Vice President Jordi Mestre resigned from his position before the start of the 2019-2020 season. But the show went on and the results got worse. After only 3 months into the new season, Valverde lost his job. The pragmatic football that he felt was necessary to win matches had cost him his job. Real Betis coach Quique Setién was his successor, but shortly after starting he realised that this squad was too slow to play his high-tempo, fast-flowing football. And when football returned after an unprecedented virus that halted the world, Barcelona looked lifeless and finished second in the domestic league behind Real Madrid. But the real embarrassment came a few months later. They lost 8-2 to Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-finals, and this was the first time the club had conceded 8 goals in a single game. 3 days later after that defeat, Quique Setién was fired. With the club in chaos on and off the pitch, Lionel Messi, arguably the greatest footballer of all time, announced his desire to leave the club, a club he had been at since he was 13 years old. The transfer request generated momentous media attention, with current and former Barcelona teammates as well as politicians showing support for Messi. But Bartomeu did not blink. He stood firm and threatened legal action against the club icon if he did not show up to pre-season training. Whilst all this drama was going on, new manager Ronald Koeman was trying to settle in, but he was receiving pushback from the senior players at the club. FC Barcelona was a total mess, and Jose Maria Bartomeu had to fall on his sword and hope whoever came in after him fixed his mismanagement. So, there you have it. Bartomeu made many mistakes trying to repeatedly reach impossibly high standards on and off the pitch that have become interlinked with the two big Spanish clubs, Real Madrid and Barca. Legendary Barcelona right-back Dani Alves hit the nail on the head when he said, Barcelona wants to be a commercial and business club, and when you do that, you will lose your identity. So, there it is. If you was president of Barcelona, what would you have done differently compared to Bartomeu? Let me know in the comments below. Me, personally, I would have got rid of the senior players a lot quicker and also relied on the expertise of Messi on the pitch to help him with decision making.